जब गवर्नमेंट किसी चीज को फोकस करती है, they look what is going on.
See, the mission investments are very high and it's a human being. So we are continuing with this last slide, saying that everybody has to be trained. All the people who has to be trained is not the administrators, not the doctors, from the housekeeping staff who are working with us. That's what I wanted you all to be understanding. One thing is, recently I saw a hospital celebrating a very big liver transplant. You don't know how big liver transplant surgery. Radiographers are required to do an angiogram and tell how many vessels are there. How I'll give you a few information because we all
do the job. Because it was only push button. Doctor did the positioning, and another job was of push button. It was electrician. Now they think no. Now position should also do this person. They trained this person for. It means you are good in profession. Remember this thing. Patient-centered care. Only and only your focus should be patient care and all. Now, my message to you is never stop learning because life never stops you teaching. And thanks to Red Blocks and thanks to One Learning Academy who made this effort to have this workshop first time in Valley for radiography profession. Give a big clap to these type of people. We need these type of people here. Thank you all and wish you all the best for future endeavors. Thank you.
Courses and upgrade your skill and move further, and that's how these things will go. So now if we talk about the career opportunity, so there are a lot of opportunities are there, right? So of course, as like Ento is coming from the corporate hospital background, he is having a very good network and he knows like where we can go. So of course, a person who have done the BSc medical imaging, MSc medical imaging, or maybe the other paramedics course, so basically can go for a CT MRI radiographer. They can join either hospital or diagnostic. CT MRI product specialist job is also there, which where from I am coming, because there are a lot of manufacturers like GE, Philips, Siemens, Mindray. A lot of companies are there who are actually selling this machine or who are actually having a lot of manufacturing units, right? So of course you can join there as a clinical application specialist and do job, because here they pay huge money if you are a right fit for them. And here what we are planning, because since I'm coming from that background, I feel like I can tell you like what exactly they need, and then we can actually fill the gap and groom you in that particular way. CT MRI, telemedicine expert. So there, of course, telemedicine is also upcoming area where you can explore your career, because if you are actually already expert in the clinical, so you can also go for a telemedicine kind of work where Andrew is already exploring lot of things can help. CT MRI AI annotation expert. This is also a very new thing which we have created, but lot of AI companies are coming nowadays, right? Big companies and even startups are there. And I'm coming from the community, from the entrepreneurship. So I know like lot of people are just asking like whether I'll get some people like so that who can do the annotation for me, because they do have a lot of data sets and they need to do the annotation in their data sets. So of course this is also a very good opportunity we can explore. But if you see as a life cycle of any particular thing, like suppose if you do medical imaging is a broad area. If you further divide into that CT product specialist, MRI product specialist, X-ray, USG, nuclear medicine, all these things are there, right? Then you go further down. So suppose if in a hospital, what will be the career path in hospital? So suppose hospital or diagnostic center, in the big diagnostic center you are joining, so you will become a technician, of course a radiographer, then you will become a head, imaging technical head. After that you can go for your own diagnostic center. That's why I told you, have that kind of dream where once people listen to that, they laugh. Make sure. Because if today I'm telling I want to become Mukesh Ambani, you will be laughing, oh, how come it is possible, right? So dream should be like that, where people should be actually laughing at you like it is impossible. And when you actually think impossible things,
you need to remember those HU values for the particular. And then comes the approach when we approach to this head CTs. So what happens, as I already told, confirm the details and imaging modality. Once we are doing the CT, and then what cuts you are taking, like the reformats available, all that. Like if we talk about the reporting, sometimes what happens, if it is sent to me by some hospital, what happens, they have only actual reformats. So I'll not be provided the other reformats. If possible for them, they can send. If not, there will be sometimes only actuals, okay? And then, no, the same slide please. And then when we talk about the reporting, this is the mnemonic you need to know. What is this mnemonic? Can you please say this? This one. Blood can be very bad. Okay? These are certain mnemonics that will help you. So what does that mean? This is blood. So there are these are the pathologies that you will be having in the brain. So this is, one is blood, and then the cisterns, C for cistern, and then the B is brain, and then V is ventricles, and then comes the bone. So this is the mnemonic when we talk about the reporting of the CT head. Please next. Next. Okay. So when we talk about the bleed, blood, okay, there are different types of the bleeds we have. There is extradural, we call it as EDH, okay. Subdural, what short form you have for this? SDH, okay. And then subarachnoid hemorrhage, what do you call for this? SH. And then you have intracerebral hemorrhage. And all these bleeds, like some will be having the common history, but some will be having a different history, okay. So that is always, you cannot say that the bleed is by the accident, ठीक है. तो जो भी है bleed है जिसके head में तो इसको accident हो गया, कुछ मारा है किसी ने, no. There are different histories for different bleeds. And if I talk about this, नाम से ही आप लोगों को समझ आता है extradural, because you know about the dural spaces, right? You know about the dural spaces. So this is the about the spaces you have. If you see the extradural, it is between the, you can see here, see extradural, you see these are all dural spaces, okay? So you can see in which does this dural lie, and in which subdural lies, and subarachnoid and intracranial. Like this subarachnoid will be within the arachnoid space, cerebral will be within brain, this will be the dural surface, and this will be the in subdural surface. Next please. See, extradural, what happens, this is an EDH, we call it as. So what happens, this collection, there is a, I can show you the next image as well, but then if you see the bleed, if you know the appearance of the bleed, you will be able by seeing the picture what kind of bleed it is, because it's very important to just, no please the first image only, because it is very important to just define what type of bleed it is. You can see a collection of bleed between the skull and the dural matter.
So what will be there? Like suppose what is this? When you just click here, it is actually showing you the patient table. Table works for works in cooperation with the trolley, main spot, and everything will be within detail. Like this is CT gantry. So these things are actually will make you like more self-sustainable as well, because when you are actually there with headset, you are actually everything is actually feeded, because we will be taking feedback from the you will actually enter into the mixed reality and see that you can feel as well. So that is the thing. Like see here, and then the patient.
This has been created like a video game. You will be playing a video game and all, no? Like,
be able to just do it. Actually, you can do it. This is the same scenario what we have created. This is going to be a console, like the main computer where you will visualize the diagram images. And then that's how it is. So this particular scenarios, the different areas, like even for the emergency neuro. So what you will do that? So the system will be telling you, okay, what will be the steps one by one, 1 to 3 steps are there. How you are going to how she suggested, like what should be your approach when patient presents. So then you can actually feel that physically, and then you will realize that like, whatever steps are there. Right. Along with that, we are also
4 protocols. You will select the right appropriate protocol for that particular patient. So your training will be an activity, continuous activity.
This is how the
Always you have to have it in your mind. Whether you are talking or showing, you have to be very clear in this. Here you can upload some images so that you can post-process it and keep learning. certified person is going to do it now. Through this, what it will happen is, you will be able to do that and start labeling it. You will tell this is coronary artery, this is carotid artery and all. Next is, the next step on that is, you will be able to identify the normal caliber of that particular thing and normal abnormal. That's how what we are talking about from morning. Student, intern, technologist, advancement. What all the career pathways are there, then you will know to post-process it and give it to a doctor. Then post-process it, label and give it to the doctor. Then post-process it, label and put a critical report and give it to the radiologist for their final validation.
In that terms, we are actually getting a lot of information here, because whatever scenarios, from head to toe, whatever scans we do, like for each scan, for neuro, for spine, for other areas, basically we can actually give you the complete scenarios. Tell you how to act and how to do the patient counseling, how to scan that, and then how to do the reporting as she was go to the next level, because along with this we are also planning to do the separate session for your soft skilling and communication and like how to face interviews, because that of course we are coming from that background, so like we can do that interaction, so that again like overall there will be an improvement. A lot of things can be done, so you have to choose, as sir asked, whether you want to be there in Kashmir or you are open to even go outside to do that. So that also can be possible. It can be in India, outside India, whatever. The opportunities are huge. So we all need some sort of work like to, at least required. Sorry, I think.
So what you can do, just if you go for a nervous system and you wanted to know for a brain anatomy. Suppose if you want to know what is this structure, you go there, it will show it. So anatomy. So we will be doing all of this things and keep learning. The other thing is, even if you want a contrast section, then you can go for a contrast CT. So there is a normal. So once you know normal, as I said, abnormal is easy for you to learn. So that is how we wanted to help you out. So basically what happens is, I don't know how many of you observed the PPT what we showed in the morning. Just I am showing training in the lab what Kushbu is talking about, and basic physics and some generation, as we said, what really it is happening. See, most of it really doesn't know the physics what it is happening, and we will be talking about the actual anatomy of the brain. So you will be learning from head, brain to foot, X-ray, brain to foot ultrasound, brain to foot MR, brain to foot CT, and this all modalities, whatever you do, then the communication standards scripted for you for radiographer, how to communicate. Because knowing the clinical is only not important. The way how you handle the human being is very important, because you have to take the consent, you have to take the history, you have to know the previous details, because based on that only your final understand all these approaches and ensure that we have been trained very well in this. But in the duration of 2 to 3 months, you will be an expertise in the particular modality. Normally in outside India, it is a year course for each modality. Here 3.5 years you do all modality. End of the day, what you have in your brain is
like few simulators we are making. But if you see this, we are creating a mannequins which are actually going to give the complete robotic feel. So this is we are going to use even for CT and MRI scans as well, because once whatever pediatric patient comes, how to deal with that. So these things, we are going to create. We are going to develop, and then see this as well. So a lot of anatomy, for understanding the anatomy, we have created this heart. This is a silicon heart, which will give you the complete idea, the complete anatomy you can understand. So when you will be setting up, so these things also will be deploying here, so that you can see that in a much better way. So overall, basically these are the super specialized lab which we are setting up for gynae and obstetric. But of course, these things we will be utilizing it. We are making a silicon models, so like that. So basically, like this, if you see, we are creating for vaginal deliveries and all we are creating. So that is what we will see this. In your CT MRI scans as well, we will be.
See, everybody will not get the opportunity, MBBS students, no? So for them, this is being made for them. Only thing always you have to have in mind is the PCP Entity Act. Always, when you do a scan or whatever you do, so we have to be very careful.
Told you, like, you know, we don't believe like we are a trainer. I always say like I'm a passionate learner because I always see like around myself what all things are there. Today also I've got a lot of things to learn. Not only, it's only required from the trainers only, even from your side, because he has given us a lot of points like why in 2 years, like now we will actually think that, like, okay, this kind of, people are here, like, who are exploring for jobs, so how can we help them, to connecting with the right jobs and all. So life is like that, like, the second name of life is learning. So it is like all about, we need to always upgrade our skill, just look for a continuous learning, and of course the success will be there, right? So you want to say something?
आज हमने एक मेडिकल इमेजिंग लैब में आके हमने एक वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज किया था जिसमें हमें अपने कोर्स के रिलेटेड बहुत सारी डाइवर्सिटीज़ के बारे में नॉलेज दी गई कि इसमें हमारे कितने और ऑप्शंस हैं, कितने और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं जिनको हम अचीव कर सकते हैं ये कोर्सेज करके, इनको फर्दर अचीव करके, जिसमें हम और भी ज़्यादा फ्लोरिश अपने कोर्स में और अपने फील्ड में कर सकते हैं। और मैं चाहूँगी कि जो भी इस फील्ड से रिलेटेड है वो वर्कशॉप्स में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पार्टिसिपेट करें ताकि उनको और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नॉलेज मिले और वो भी इन चीज़ों को अचीव करके, इन अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को का फ़ायदा उठा के अपने लिए बेहतर मुस्तकबिल तैयार कर सकें।
Namaste everybody. So we are from Bangalore. So senior faculties of Kashmir have invited One Learning and Radblocks Healthcare Services. We are in a field of radiology and imaging. Actually, there is a training for the doctors already they have completed. Now we are looking at the radiology professionals who are very important in generating good quality clinical images where it is required for the medical management of the patient. So here we are there to give a good skill knowledge to them through the infrastructures whatever we are building and also with the clinical labs. So
हम लोग वन लर्निंग एकेडमी से हैं और आज फर्स्ट टाइम हम यहाँ पे एक प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं जो कि रेडियोग्राफर फोकस्ड है एंड जिसमें हम ये इंश्योर कर रहे हैं कि जो भी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स कश्मीर में जो बीएससी और एमएससी मेडिकल इमेजिंग करके उनको जॉब नहीं मिला है, सो हम उनको हेल्प कर रहे हैं कि उनको नॉलेज अपग्रेड करके उनको बहुत सारे एक रियल सिनेरियोज से कनेक्ट करके उनको एक जॉब प्लेसमेंट की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे।